गुरुपाद नित्यलीला प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर तपस्वी श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत श्रील गोस्वामी महाराज एवं नित्यलीला प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर तपस्वी श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत श्रील गोस्वामी महाराज के चरण कमल अनंत कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत ज्ञापन करता हूं। तत्पश्चात नित्यलीला प्रविष्टं विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज एवं उपस्थित परम पूजनीय प्रातस्मरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय श्री अच्युतलाल इस सभा के संचालक प्रपूज्य चरण श्री वसुंधरा जी एवं मंचस्थ विराजमान सन्यासी वृंद एवं उपस्थित मातृवृंद सज्जन वृंद हरि कथा विभाग सत्रवृंद सभियों के चरण कमलों में मेरा यथार्थ प्रणाम स्वीकार। गत संगत से हम लोग गुरुदेव की करुणा
By causeless mercy of Gurudev,
और जो परंपरा उसी की हम
this parampara established by Gurudev. So we try to continue in this parampara, the instruction that Gurudeva gave. Because when Gurudeva was here, in this Keshavaji Gaudiya Math, he, after the day of the appearance of Krishna, also after the Vana of Srimati Radhika, many people, elevated people, Panditans, and Srila Gurudeva, he used to give so much respect to them and speak this Harikatha, speaking about Krishna Tata, and after about the appearance, the birth of Radhaji. So he used to speak about that in a wonderful way. I remember Srila talking about this statue, about this topic. Even though I am not qualified, I'm going to speak two words. I just want to speak two words. Actually, when we're going to listen about Radha Tata, it's something very rare. Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, he could not even speak the name of Srimati Radhika. Even just remembering Radhaji, what happened? He would faint for 2 months. But in that sabha that they worship, they had to listen for 7 days. Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami, he has Radhaji. For him, she is like his guru. So when he starts to speak about Srimati Radhika, his voice chokes and he cries. Every time that he was talking about Mahabharata, actually, if you speak, if you say the name of your guru, your tongue and your heart is purified. So Sukadeva Goswami, he was thinking, I have to speak the name of my guru, because if I don't speak the name of my guru, how will I be purified? So Srimati Radhika appeared directly for him and told him, look, don't say our names. Shukadeva Goswami in a very beautiful way. He in the all Bhagavatam, there is not even one shloka where the name of Srimati Radhika is not there. Actually, Shukadeva Goswami, he explains all this. Kachit, the meaning of some gopi, that word, Kachit, Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Pada, he gives a very nice explanation about that, Kachit. And also in this shloka, there's a very beautiful description about these two shlokas. What can we say today about Radha Tata? Yesterday, the Panditans, all them, they touched Gurudev's lotus feet in a very beautiful way. So the heart, how our Gurudev, we can recognize a tree by its fruits. So if it's a mango tree, if it's a jackfruit tree, we can recognize by its fruits. So our Srila Gurudev, he used to be like that. Any person that only once had his association, like today, how beautiful was Dhamma Prabhuji, he spoke so much Ananda we get. So Tattva Darshan and Rasa Darshan. Darshan, you can talk about Radha Tata. Yes, last year, Achyuta Prabhu, he spoke. So in order to speak about Radha Tata, you have. So there are two verses, two shlokas. One is about Radha Tata, another is Rasa. Otherwise, you are not speaking in a complete way. Which verses are that? These two shlokas he spoke. I remember the Harikatha he gave. Even today, I remember so much about what he spoke. So our Vishwanath Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, he spoke this verse. Right? Start to rush. If we don't study this shloka, what can we know about Radha Tata if we don't learn this shloka? So it is said, Krishnadas, our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he speaks about the specialities of Srimati Radhika in a very beautiful way. So beautiful. It's necessary 2 hours to speak each verse. I have only 10 minutes. I do the Vandana and then my time is finished. So the root verb of the word Devi, as like Uttama Prabhu just spoke, there are 10 explanations about this root verb. Krishna is called Deva and Radharani is called Devi. And in Krishna Karnamrita, there is this the explanation about that. And we can see how sweet, how this is sweet. Virahadasha, separation, Radhaji, how she explains Krishna in a such beautiful way. Deva is verbal root, Div. So, Radhaji, she says, you are always playing with others, with other women. So beautiful. And also here, our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Satinagar. So beautiful. Radhaji herself, her beauty, she makes Krishna dance with her beauty and her madhurya. Krishna is Madana Mohan. He attracts everybody, but Radharani, she attracts him. She is Madana Mohan Mohini. And many demigods, elevated demigods, they are controlled by Krishna, but this Krishna is controlled by Radha herself. Only by her beauty and by her sweetness. She's so beautiful. Each part of her body, each part of her body has its Mahabhava. What can we say about Mahabhava? We don't even know what is Shraddha. We don't know the definition of Shraddha. Sadhusan Gabajna Kriya Nitya Madanaki Mahabhava. So Krishna is totally controlled by this Mahabhava, this Prem, and our acharyas, they explain that the topmost limit of this Mahabhava is manifested only in Srimati Radhika. Who can control Krishna? That's why today, if you go to Govardhan, the peacock, female and male, they are saying Keka. What is this? K. Who can control Krishna? The peacock is in the side, he's taking the side of Krishna, so he's saying, Krishna? Who can control Krishna? He's saying. The male peacock. It's like Prabhupada Saraswati says, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And then the female peacock, she says, you don't know anything. Just sit down. And she says, Srimati Radhika, she can control Krishna. Ra. Ra. If once you say the name of Radha, Krishna himself, he gets so much agitated when he says this Ra, Ra, so the person go running after the other person. Our Raghunath Das Goswami, he gives a it's a very beautiful explanation in the shlokas. So Krishna relishes this grass. The body of Srimati Radhika is made of Mahabhava. This Kirtan also explains, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains also the sweetness and the beauty of Srimati Radhika. And she has this Bhava Alankara, she has these Bhava ornaments in her body. Ornaments. What she manifests is beautiful Bhava. Krishna himself, Madana Mohan, he is enchanted by that when she manifested this. Krishna himself, he gets so much bliss, ananda, in rasa dance. Who knows what kind of bhava is manifested there? So, what I'm trying to say, in the cities, there are many kinds of entertainment in the cities. So, in the same way, each part of the body of Srimati Radhika, from the toenails to her hair, the beauty of her hair. In this world, there are three things that, for example, kutilata, someone that is duplicity, and the other is agitation, and the third, cruelty. When Srimati Radhika manifests these three things, as, for example, her hair is the same word. Her hair is also kutilata, which means hypocrisy. But in this, here is the meaning is that her hair is curly hair. So all this is so beautiful. Nishtadata, the cruelty. Some people are very cruel, but this same cruelty, when this cruelty comes to Srimati Radhika, when she is in man, what is the verse? The shloka? In Nidovani. Our Prabhupada Saraswati Pad, with so much humility, he says that when Srimati Radhika is in anger mad, she closes the door of the kunja and outside, the friends are outside. So this Krishna himself, he's with his hands are folded. He bows down his head with the nose in the floor on the floor, and he's praying, asking for forgiveness. So this Rishabhana Nandini Srimati Radhika, what can I explain now about her? Rasamadhuja. This is Ras that Krishna is relishing. She's Krishna Mai. He does not see anything else besides Krishna. She sees only Krishna, nothing else. Mai. It's like one with Krishna. In the Viraha, she has this darshan of Krishna. She's Krishna inside, Krishna outside. Everywhere she sees Krishna. Very beautiful. This is Aradevata, Radhika. She is explaining each word. So Radha, the verb root is like aparadha. Priti, love, perfection. That's the meaning of this verbal root. So aparadha is something. Radha means priti, affection. So if we don't have this affection, this love, we commit aparadha. If you don't have a priti affection for Guru, for Vaishnava, you commit Guru aparadha or Vaishnava aparadha. So in the same way, this word, which means priti, love, it gets to the highest stage, the happiness of Krishna. She uses all her body, the mind, everything to serve Krishna. The last verse of Shikshastaka, it is eighth verse, it is explained by Mahaprabhu. Explains. Very beautiful. Srimati Radhika is totally I cannot compare with anything else. Krishna is controlled by the love of whom? This prem begins with Sambandha Gyan. Prema begins here with this relationship. So, this is the definition of prema. Ananya Mamata, Vishnu, definition of prema. Vishnu means Krishna also. When you serve, all the sakis, all the friends, Krishna he manifests different swarupas in Vaikuntha, etc. Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakash, all the expansions of Krishna. Krishna Tata, we listen all this in Krishna Tata. So in the same way, Radhaji she manifests in three forms. One in Vaikuntha as Lakshmi, second Dwaraka, the form of the queens of Dwaraka, and third, the Loka Vrindavana, this beautiful form, most beautiful form, in order to give happiness to Krishna, even though Krishna herself, she manifests, she's capable of to give pleasure to Krishna herself alone. The Puranas, they explain about Srimati Radhika. She can satisfy all the desires of Krishna, but still she's the personification of humility. So how much the person she has this prema, when the person has prema, this person has more humility. Humility. So actually, if there are not so many beloveds, how it's possible these waves of love to manifest in the rasa? So in the same way, Srimati Radhika said, she manifests 8 sakis with 8 bhavas. Each of these frames are one bhava. Actually, this gopis, Srimati Radhika herself, she manifests as these gopis in order to serve Krishna in the topmost way, highest way. So Sarva Lakshmi Lalita Srimati Radhika. This is the shloka. So in Vaikuntha, in Dwaraka, Mahishis, the queens of Dwaraka and the Lakshmis, they are actually expansions of Srimati Radhika, and all the gopis in Goloka Vrindavana, through Jogamaya, they manifested Lalita Madhav Grantha. Rupa Goswami explains in a very beautiful way, and this is not ordinary. It's not ordinary. The first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami Padu, he was speaking to Sonaka Rishi. What can I speak to you about Krishna Katha? First, listen about the queens of Dwaraka. Sutta Goswami, he spoke this verse. So this shloka is very beautiful. It speaks about the queens of Dwaraka. They are like waves in the ocean. And they have this rasa. These queens are very wonderful, and the Cupid himself, he fainted. He faints in front of them. So Saint Krishna in Vrindavana, what he's doing there? He's offering the Vana his flute in the feet of Srimati Radhika. In the Rasika Chara, Prabhupada Sarasvati explains this in a very beautiful way. How Krishna, in this love quarrel, how he's defeated in this love fight. So she's Sarva 20. There are many words, many meanings of this word Kanti. She manifests, she satisfies all the desires. She attracts Kanta, Krishna. This shloka so beautiful. Radhaji, her youthful how she controls Krishna. She attracts her beloved. She walks as like an elephant. She is expert in all the arts, as Prabhupada Sarasvati explains. Sapta Sindhu, the 7 oceans. It's like 7 oceans in Srimati Radhika. Lavanya Sindhu Amrita Chavirupa Sindhu Siradika Puratune Hridikeli Sindhu 7 kinds of ocean of Rupa Madhurya in Srimati Radhika. The sweetness of her form, Bhagavatam explains, the 5th canto explains about the 7 oceans there in this world. So the ocean of salt, ocean of sugar cane, alcohol, ghee, yogurt, milk, and pure water ocean, 7 oceans. In the same way, Srimati Radhika will say that
मेरा इतना तो ज्ञान नहीं, जितने मैं समझता हूँ फिर लोग में पूरी करके लाना पड़ता है। जैसे कहते हैं पहले क्या बोल रहे हैं, कितने श्रीमती राधिका पूरक का पंडित के प्रकाश करता है, रसमयी कृष्ण के प्रेम रस के द्वारा कैसे रंजित करता है। वो क्या है,
so this Vidagda of Srimati Radhika is like this pure water. Krishna, he knows all the rasas. This morning I took Jalani Lamani and the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Pada. What is an acharya? Srimati Radhika, she is acharya in all the arts. A very nice explanation about who is an acharya. Vishwanath Chakravarti Pada is explaining, this explanation is very beautiful. She is an acharya in all the arts, in a spontaneous way. Cooking, making garlands, everything. Krishna is defeated and enchanted when he sees the glories of Srimati Radhika. Anuraga Sindhu, she is the ocean of Anurag. How much deep attachment she has for Krishna. When she leaves the Kunja to meet Krishna, and her friends are there outside, they are waiting. Srimati Radhika, please speak a little bit about the form of Krishna. Lalita, you had the darshan of Krishna, so you describe the form of Krishna. In Braj, I'm not a Brajavasi. So much bliss comes when from what the Brajavasi speak. Ananda Hridaya. When I think why I did not. If I was born in Braj, Gurudev is saying I could capture this bhava, because when you are born in a place, you can speak this the language of the place. You have the bhava of the place. So I think why I was not born in Braj. Vatsala Rasa usually is contrary to Madhurya Rasa, but Srimati Radhika, when mother, father, they give instructions to the children. In the same way, Radha, she gives instructions to Krishna. She's also Kripaika Sindhu. Kripa Sindhu is a comparison with the ocean of ghee, ocean of mercy. When you see another person suffering, you want to serve that person, your heart melts. This is compassion. There is a nice explanation of this Karuna Sindhu of Srimati Radhika. In the other ocean, the ocean of the luster of Srimati Radhika is like the pearls. This is compared to the ocean of so much luster. She manifests this luster, so much luster, and Krishna is enchanted by this. Krishnadas Kaviraj explains. In the morning, so the luster of Srimati Radhika, Krishna himself is enchanted by this, totally enchanted for the ocean of beauty of Srimati Radhika. How to describe the beauty of her body? This is compared to the is compared to the ocean of sugar cane, the body of a body. Keli symbol. Keli means a jewel of diamond. Yeah, a very confidential lila in the kunja. Keli, these lilas. We can only listen about that. We cannot do this. It's like you can take the darshan of the ocean of salt, but our acharyas they explain. You can listen about those things. In Srimad Bhagavatam, for example, you're not prohibited of listening about that, but you cannot copy those things. You can see, listen, but you cannot copy. The glories of Srimati Radhika. Those are the glories of her. Princess Lalita. If I speak about that, it will be more Madhurya. When Vrinda Devi, Dadaji asked Vrinda Devi, oh Vrinda, where have you come from? I came from your kunda. 1 second, I'm going to speak that. I'm coming from your kunda. You took the darshan of my dear Govinda? Yes. What was he doing there? He was learning how to dance. Who is his guru? And Vrinda says, all the trees on the border, of the shore of the river, the trees they are his gurus. He was learning how to dance with the trees. So when the wind, it was winding, and the trees were moving, Krishna, he thought, it is Srimati Radhika that is teaching me how to dance. And this explanation is very beautiful indeed. So now, repeated times, again and again, I bow down, I pay my obeisances onto the sadhus. So one day this bhava manifests in my heart, and that one drop I can touch this Madhura of Radhaji, and I also offer to Gurudeva. If Srila Maharaj will not have come to this world, who would describe about these glories of Srimati Radhika and manifest this topmost prema, more highest prema? If Srila Maharaj would manifest as we will not be seated here in the front of these panditas, elevated panditas, and speak Harikatha.